Hello guys, welcome back if you're watching us on YouTube, and hello to all of our new watchers as well. If you haven't been following us already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell to stay up to date with all the Change Checker content from us. And hello as well if you are listening on our podcast. It's great to have you along for today's special episode.
So today, Rachel and I are so excited because we're going to be discussing your coin stories. So we have asked you to answer 3 questions: what your favourite coin is, why, and how it got into your collection.
So we have really loved hearing all of your coin stories, and I, for one, Alex, can't wait to get stuck into today's episode.
Neither can I, so let's get started with Change Checkers coin stories.
So our very first coin story comes from Judith Nichols on Facebook. So thank you very much to Judith. She's let us know that her favourite coin is actually the Mary Rose £2. So really great design on that one. Now, she has a really interesting story about this one, and it's actually the coin that got both herself and her daughter into collecting. And I think that's just lovely, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that, coin collecting really does bring sort of families, friends together. So Judith's granddaughter actually got this coin for her, and then it kickstarted their coin collecting hobby together. So I love that. It's so fun, isn't it? When you find a coin and you can share it with someone, it's like it just heightens the excitement a bit, I think. Being able to say to someone, oh, I found this in my change today, and then kind of know what you're talking about and kind of even like want to swap with you. You never know. They might have a coin that they want to swap with you. So I love it. I love that coin collecting can sort of bring family and friends together. And also, how exciting is it when you find another coin collector? Because there's so many perfect gifts out there that you can give people with coins or coin packs, don't you think?
It is a really great shared hobby that you can do. And like you say, Alex, that excitement when you and your friend are each hunting down those coins and one of you finds one, I think there's nothing better than that. And it's always good to have friends alongside, friends, family, colleagues, people from school. If you can get together a little coin club, it's really great to help build your collections. As it is such a wonderful hobby to share. Now, Judith's also said that she really likes the history behind this coin as well. And I think that's such a key thing with all of the coins that we find in our change. They have an incredible amount of history behind them. And it's really great as well, I think, for the younger generation. They're learning at the same time as collecting. And something as historic as the Mary Rose, it dates all the way back to Tudor times. It's got a real wealth of history in that coin. And it's just so fascinating.
Yeah, it really is. And like you said, the history behind it, you learn something new every day, don't you? Every time you find a new coin, you learn something new about UK history. It might not even just be UK history. Now, we've seen some really incredible international coins, but I love Judith's story. And if you have a coin collecting buddy, if you have someone that you collect coins with, if you're watching on YouTube, comment below, and on Facebook, let us know in the comments who your coin collecting buddy is, because we would love to hear them. Next up, we've got a coin story coming in from YouTube. So Dr. Wolfie commented saying that their favourite coin is the 2018 Flopsy Bunny 50p because of the design and the beautiful condition that they found it in, which always makes a difference, I personally think. When you find a coin in great condition, it makes it a little bit more special, I think. But the coin story behind this one is actually our favourite, isn't it, Rachel?
Yeah, it's amazing. In fact, it's quite magical, this coin story. So they were out on Christmas morning, setting the scene here. It's snowy. They see a glimmer of something hiding in the snow and thinking it's just a standard 50p. They go ahead and pick it up, and it is none other than the 2018 Flopsy Bunny 50p. So a true Christmas miracle. I can't think of anything better than finding a coin like that on Christmas Day. Especially with the Flopsy Bunny being a particularly rare Beatrix Potter coin as well.
Yeah, exactly. When those 2018 vintage figures came out, of course, we did see that Peter Rabbit and Flopsy Bunny from 2018 had significantly lower mintages than we've seen in a few years. And if you haven't already seen our 50p vintage figures, make sure you head to our blog. We've got details of it there. But, those coins have, particularly over the last couple of months, become really sought after amongst collectors. So, finding that on Christmas morning, I'm going to say that's a little bit of a Christmas miracle. Huge congratulations to you, Dr. Wolfie Silk, for finding it. But let us know below if you have the Flopsy Bunny 50p, where you found it, and sort of what you think about the Beatrix Potter series, because it was confirmed that the 2020 Peter Rabbit is the last UK 50p, which to obviously feature him, which is really sad. But you never know, maybe the Beatrix Potter tales will continue.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're such a wonderful series. We've seen 3 full series of these Beatrix Potter coins, and they were initially released back in 2016. So it feels like ages ago that we were first delighted by these new coins, but they have been a really incredible series. They've totally inspired a whole new generation of coin collectors. And it is really great when we have those amazing stories like the 2018 Peter Rabbit and Flopsy Bunny with such low mintage figures, just 1.4 million of each of those. So that's like Olympic 50p style rarity on these coins. They really are very sought after. And if you do have one in your collection, then you can consider yourself very, very lucky. But especially a massive congratulations to Dr. Wolfie Salt to find his on Christmas Day. That's absolutely wonderful. So next up, we have a coin story about an A to Z 10p. And this one has come in from Amy Laney on Instagram. So thanks for sending it in to us, Amy. She's let us know that her favourite 10p coin is the H for Houses of Parliament. And her story is actually, I think, a really good example of how you never know what coin is going to turn up and where you're going to find them.
That is definitely true, because this story really is a mystery. I've personally never had this happen. I'm now going to be double checking, because Amy found this 10p whilst doing her washing at university. So she checked around the drum, and of course there inside was the H 10p just inside the drum. And I can't believe the luck of that. When I'm doing my washing, I'm certainly not thinking to check for coins, but I'm definitely going to start doing it now, because you never know what's finding in there. These A to Z 10p coins are notoriously tricky to find, so and even extra well done for finding one in your washing machine, but they are also incredibly popular with collectors, especially with those low vintage figures. You know, we've really seen the popularity of these coins increase, haven't we?
Yeah, we really have. They are so hard to find. I'm still yet to find one in my own change. I keep looking, but they are just nowhere to be found down here. I think as well, you've got to remember that collectors were really, really quick to snap them up. And they probably are getting removed from circulation in the same way that we saw with those Olympic 50p coins, as collectors are just adding them to their collection, keeping hold of them. But it's also worth noting that people do swap them as well. So if you're on the Change Checker community Facebook group, you can swap with other collectors to get hold of those 10p coins. But the H is a really great design. I think, you know, with 26 different designs to choose from, it's always hard to find a favourite. But some people like the themes, some people like ones that relate to their name. And I think they're all really wonderful in their own way.
Yeah, definitely. So Amy really is a true example of, you know, keeping up the search for those A to Z 10p's. They definitely are out there. Check your washing machines, check your fridges. You know, they really could be everywhere. I'm definitely guilty of never emptying my back pockets. You know, sometimes I'll go back to my purse and I'll see some notes or some coins there. So I might now have to start searching my washing machine like Amy did.
You should.
Yeah. Thanks for sending in that coin story, Amy. Our next coin story comes on Instagram from Hunting for Coins, and they said that their favourite coin is the Olympic Tennis 50p. Now, I love the fact that they stumbled across this coin in a park, a bit like, you know, the Christmas story that we had a little bit earlier on. And I love the fact that these coins can literally turn up anywhere. You know, they can be on a park bench, they can be on the ground, but this is how they found the Olympic Tennis 50p. And they said that they loved the design of this coin. And from then on, it just kind of kickstarted their UK coin collecting hobby, which I think is great. You know, when you see that coin and it really kickstarts the, you know, the desire to collect more, that's a really poignant moment, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. We all have that moment, the coin that we find that really gets us into the hobby. And, you know, for many people, the story will be the same. And it will be those Olympic 50p coins that really got them into collecting. And so these Olympic 50p's, like we mentioned earlier, have been so popular. It's estimated around 75% of them have now been removed from circulation by people adding them to their collections, which is really, really incredible. Just goes to show how popular these coins are. And that's really down as well to the fact that their mintage figures are so low. So the Olympic Tennis 50p, it's actually the fifth rarest Olympic 50p with a mintage of 1.45 million, which is really, really low compared to the other coins that you'd find in your change. So congratulations to you for finding one. And how lucky is it that he stumbled across it in his local park?
I know, you change checkers, you finding these coins in such random places. I'm looking too inside the box. I need to kind of step outside of it. Maybe local parks is where I need to be heading to find them. Yeah. I've actually never found an Olympic 50p, so I'm definitely part of the 25% that hasn't snapped them up yet. But have you found one, Rach?
Yes, and actually, if you watch our previous 50p coin hunts, you'll see us finding quite a few different Olympic 50p's. So Alex, you'll have to join me for the next coin hunt, and we'll see if we can find your very first one in the wild, because it's all very exciting when you do come across that first Olympic 50p.
Oh yeah, I really hope so. Hopefully we can do that in the near future. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'd love to have one. So yeah, make sure you tune in, guys. You might see us doing a little coin hunt again. So, Rach, we've heard everyone else's coin stories, but I'm intrigued. What's your favourite coin and how did it get into your collection?
So my favourite coin is actually one from 2017, and that is the Isaac Newton 50p. I think the design itself is just incredible. You know, it's quite similar to the Stephen Hawking one that was released in 2019, but I do love the intricacies of the design. And it's definitely very standout. You don't see anything quite like that in your change. But I was lucky enough to visit the Royal Mint Experience a year after this coin was initially released. And in 2018, the Royal Mint Experience is letting you strike your very own Isaac Newton 50p coins. And that's the only way that you can get hold of the coin with that 2018 date. So it does make it for a particularly special issue. It's got pride of place in my collection. It's definitely my favourite 50p coin. But I do love the coin that you can find in circulation as well, so the 2017 dated version. The design is really, really phenomenal. But, you know, I'm blown away by each new 50p coin release. I think they've really upped their game. And some of the character-themed 50ps, they're just so fun and very cute. So, yeah, there are lots of favourites, but definitely the Isaac Newton has got to be the top one on my list. But Alex, I'm sure we're all curious. Can you tell us which one is your favourite and let us know how it found its way into your collection?
Yeah, of course. So my favourite coin is actually a £2 coin. I'm a lover of literature myself. I love books and I love really traditional historic literature. So you might have cracked it already. My favourite coin is the Charles Dickens £2 coin. This was, of course, issued in 2012 to mark the 200th anniversary of his birth. And I love this coin. I love the fact that his portrait can be seen, you know, spelled out with all of his famous works. My favourite book on there, Great Expectations. So I love it for that kind of aspect, the sentimental side of it, that, you know, one of my favourite authors is on a £2 coin. But it actually just came into my change when I was doing my weekly food shop. Yep, I got paid with a £20 note and that was what came back. So a nice little surprise, I think, on a Sunday morning. But just goes to show, you know, from what we've heard today, you can have really sort of simple coin stories, you know, they just kind of fall into your change. Or you can have those really extravagant ones like a washing machine or on the park on Christmas Day.
Exactly. Yeah, it is wonderful. You know, you never know when you're going to come across that next really exciting coin to add to your collection. It's always worth checking your change because you never know what you're going to find. And even those definitive coins, you know, you might come across the 2017 Shield, which is particularly rare with a really low mintage figure, or that 2008 Britannia as well. So it is really worth paying attention, even to those ones that you might not think are going to be so rare. You never know. It's worth checking those dates as well. I think it's really exciting hearing all the different coin stories from everyone. We certainly have loved hearing them, haven't we, Alex?
We have absolutely loved them. And I have to say, Rich, I actually really like your coin story. You know, I've seen quite a few people mentioning the fact that they also did the strike your own. I've not done it yet, so I'm hoping, you know, now that things are up and running again, I might be able to have my chance to go and do a strike your own too.
I think you should. You really need to experience it. It's something quite incredible, even just going to the Royal Mint Experience. So definitely give it a go when you can. So that's it for our coin stories. Thank you to everybody who got involved and sent your stories in to us. We really have loved hearing them all. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so that you stay up to all the latest Change Checker content.
And thank you to those of you who have been listening on our podcast. If you liked our Coin Stories episode, make sure you subscribe as we've got some really exciting stuff planned.
See you next time.